Hey, I'm John.
Wayne.
Here at Two Wheeling, we're all about motorcycles and the motorcycle industry. Big displacement motorcycles.
Oh, big. How big?
As big as you want.
Well, you know, that's it's an interesting question because big bikes, some of the things, big V twins, big tour.
Yeah.
Well, what's a big bike? Well, 1,000 cc's,
Yeah.
right? It's got to be 1,000 because anything under 1,000 is not ever going to be considered a big bike. But 1,000 cc's for a lot of riders is a big bike. But we go way up. What's the Triumph, right? The Triumph Rocket. I think isn't it 2,300?
23. What?
Yeah, 2,300 straight 3-cylinder on the Rocket. Yeah, it's like the largest displacement stock bike.
Bigger than the motor in my Mazda.
Yeah, so that's a big bike, right?
Yeah.
Big displacement. What's great? If you've got
So why do you love them? Why do you love big displacement bikes?
Well, first of all, it fits me.
Yeah.
It's sort of back to what am I going to ride? What's going to fit, right? Got to be comfortable. I don't want to be on a smaller bike. It doesn't look right, feel right. It's not me. It's part of me. It has to be part of me. So I want something that is and looking like it should belong.
But what is it about that leader bike or bigger that
stands out?
Gets you excited?
Well, first of all, I don't have to work the bike.
Right.
So I think one of the keys, what's really important to understand is that whether you're riding at a reasonable rate, accelerated rate, or even just commuting with vehicles where you're going to need to use a selection of gears, a selection of brakes, you're going to have to make maneuvers. So when you got a real small bike with low torque and low horsepower, maybe high RPM, and you're in commuter traffic, it's a pain in the ass because you're fanning the shifter and you're with the throttle, and with the Whereas on a bigger bike, you might be going a little bit slower, but it's just, you just leave it in second.
It's the torque
and flexibility of a bigger engine and less work for me.
And what does that torque and power do for you?
Well, because you're able to concentrate more on the riding.
Yeah.
If you've got the torque and I don't need to worry about another gear, and I've got the range in that gear, and I'm riding, then it works for me. As smaller machines, well, smaller transmissions, lower power, lower torque. When you get to an optimum size.
So perhaps we're looking at more experienced riders that would be going into a leader plus bike?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
And I say that because...
Are you sure?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a lot of young riders.
Because the trend is really for people to get onto smaller displacement bikes to learn.
Yeah.
Learn the ways of the road.
But it really depends what you're going to use the motorcycle for.
Sure.
So what are you going to use the motorcycle for? What's your budget? But we're here to talk about why I like displacement motorcycles.
That's right. That's what I asked you.
Okay, so you're taking me
down
another road. Another road.
Tell me.
Okay.
Why do you like big displacement motorcycles?
Okay, so comfort.
Yep.
And stability. So comfort and stability is how am I going to enjoy the ride? So if I'm comfortable and I'm stable and I can just relax, a bigger bike like 1,000 cc's, those are the bikes that ride really nice for me. Now there's a different feel on a lighter bike or a cruiser style or an adventure style. Every bike has their characteristics down low in the lower cc's, but as soon as you get up to about 1,000, right, it's just comfortable. And it feels good. And it's, even though it's weighty, a lot more weighty than smaller CC machines, you kind of have a comfort. You kind of have a feel for that weight.
Right.
And you like it. You like it because it's not skittish and it's not as bumpy. It's just softer. It's taking more, taking more out of the road.
Nice.
For you to enjoy
Good.
it. Right? Yeah. And then, before you get too carried away, then when you gotta go,
go where?
You get to go.
So get up and go.
Yeah, you betcha.
Good.
And there's no replacement for displacement.
There's no
I can tell you that right now.
For displacement.
Tubes, baby.
So Wayne, I get the feeling you like big displacement motorcycles.
I do, and I prefer it. And I can. There's a lot of things I can give you an example of.
Yeah.
Of why. There you go.
There you go. Thanks, Wayne. until next time, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And if you like, subscribe, you know the drill.
Yes.
Talk to you next time.
Yep.
Good.
And there's no replacement for displacement.
There's no
I can tell you that
replacement
right now.
for displacement.
Tubes, baby.